4AC minus between the 4. Yeah. All over 2A.
So I'm just going to plug in what my b is. My b is -3. So minus b plus or minus b squared minus 4 times my a is 2. My c is -2. All over 2 times a, which is 2. Any questions on how we plug them in? No? Okay, then we just have to kind of simplify from here on out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you have, in standard form, have A, B, and C, have this equation, and have the answer, you would get full credit, okay? But some of you are messing up when you're putting it in your calculator. So why don't we try this a little bit differently? If you've got a calculator in front of you, I want you to put the part that's under the square root all into your calculator to see how it works. You should have a square.
Yes, I just saw it.
Okay, so you're going to put parentheses, -3, and parentheses squared, minus 4 times 2 times -2.
It's important to have those parentheses where she said.
Because otherwise it's going to give you a different answer. Who's got an answer? Anybody try this while I was doing it? I got 25, which is correct. So instead of going through it all, you could put it all in your calculator, but you've got to put the parentheses in the right spot, or else you're going to get the wrong answer.
So these are the parentheses you have to put in your calculator. You have to go parentheses, -3, parentheses, squared, minus 4 times 2 times -2. Okay?
Wherever there's a parentheses up there, you've got to put it in your calculator.
So I'm just going to go ahead and put the square root of 25, because that's how we plugged it into the calculator.
How did she get a +3, guys? A negative and a negative makes a
All right.
positive.
What is the square root of 25? It is 5. So I have to write this 2 different ways. 3 plus 5 over 4. And 3 minus 5 over 4. So I'll get 2 x's. 3 plus 5 is 8 over 4, which is 2, right? What's 3 take away 5? Shelby, what's 3 minus 5? -2 over 4. Can I reduce that? Yep. It reduces to 1/2. -1/2. 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes into 4. So now, if we were to graph that, stick it on the, I would have a dot. One of my x's is 2. The other x is -1/2. And I know that it was my parabola is going to go up because the number in front of my x squared is positive. There you go. Okay, you need to try 3 on your own right now.
See if you can at least put it in standard form, tell me what A, B, and C are, and put it in the equation.
Okay, you have 1 minute to put it in standard form and label A, B, and C. And then we'll see that we're all right from there.
Guys, I'm not taking your homework early if you have not completed your notes.
Standard form, let's go. Standard form means you have A, B, and C. Okay, how do I get this in standard form? Cade. -12, is that what you said? Okay, good. -12 from both sides. So can you tell me what the standard form should read? Okay. equals 0. Perfect. So Kay, since you did that, what are my A, B, and C? 1, -4, and -12. Don't forget that negative. The sign follows the number. Okay? What?
I might have to rewrite what you just did again. Nope, go ahead.
Okay. Now I just have to take this and fill it in. Cheyenne, can you tell me what just tell me the numbers to put here. What's my B? -4, right? It won't, right, Ms. Murphy?
Click on at the top. Click the pen. There we go.
Okay, so it's -4 plus or minus B squared. B is -4. And then you have -4 times A, which we didn't label, which is 1. And C, which is -12, all over 2 times A, which is 1. How many of you got that far? You did that right. You labeled them right. Good. Now we just have to reduce here. What's a, Imagine, help me out. What's a -4? +4. Okay, then we have plus or minus the square root of. Okay.
Now we can try to put this in our calculator again.
While she's putting in her calculator, we're going to try it out. What's -4 squared? What's -4 times -4? +16. +16. Now, I have a negative here and a negative here, so what am I going to have, a plus or a minus here? Plus. Now let's just simply multiply. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 12 is 48, all over 2. Okay? What is 16 plus 48?
64. Good. Which is exactly what I got in my calculator when I put the parentheses in the right spots.
And see, she did it. It was much quicker, so you might want to think about using your calculator. What's the square root of 64? 8. Okay?
So now is when we split it because of the plus and minus sign.
So now I have 4 plus 8 over 2 and 4 minus 8 over 2. Okay? This equals 4 plus 8 is 12 over 2, which is what? One of my x's equals 6. What's 4 minus 8? Anyone? -4. -4 over 2, which ends up being? There you go. So when you drew that parabola, one of your x's would be at 6, one would be at -2, and it would be a smiley face because it's not a negative a. Okay?
All right. You ready for one more?
Yep.
Last one, guys.
You guys have 4 minutes to do it all on your own. Get started. Go. I'm just going to write it up here.
Get it in standard form. Standard form. Make sure you get it in standard form and then label A.
All right, Brett, how do I push this in standard form? Subtract. Good. Minus 10x from both sides. So can you please tell me my standard form now? X squared. Yep. So what is it? Equals 0, right? So what is my A? My B? And my C. Guys, you have to put it in standard form. A couple of you, you did the process right, but guess what? They just left x squared minus 11, minus 10x. And then they went and labeled A, B, and C, and they put B as -11. It's not. B is always a number in front of your x. If you put it in standard form, you can go straight across. That's fine. Now we just simply have to put it into the formula. This is my B squared. B is -10. Plus or minus square root of B times -4 times A times C all over 2A. So we just have to simplify. Bruce, simplify. What's -10? positive 10. Plus or minus. Now, Bruce, what's negative 10 squared? It's negative 10 times negative 10. Positive 100. Good. Now, look at this. Ian, what's a negative times a negative? Good. Put your plus sign here. Now all you got to worry about is multiplication. 4 times 1 is 4. What's 4 times 11? All over 2 times 1, which is 2. Okay? Now, okay. Oops, went too far, didn't I? Oh, let me see.
I won't put it all up here again.
What happened? All right, well, guess what? This is 1, negative 10, negative 11. Okay, so we were at the point where we had, oh my gosh. You guys make sure I write this right. All right. We had, I don't know what happened, guys. I'm sorry. All right, here's where we were. Now, what's 100 plus 44? 10 plus square root of 144 over 2. What is the square root of 144? 12. So you're going to have 10 plus 12 over 2, and then 10 minus 12 over 2. How did I get 12? 12 is the square root of 144. And then you had to separate them. So 10 plus 12 is 22 over 2, giving us what? 11. What? And then 10 minus 12 is negative 2 over 2, giving us x equals negative 1. All right. So our roots or our solutions are zeros. They would cross that x-axis at negative 1 and 11. It's going to be a huge parabola. Okay? Miss Murphy, do we want to have them choose 5? Yeah. All right. You're going to spend the rest of your time in 4 more sentences telling me how do we solve this quadratic equation. Your homework, you may choose 5 out of the 10 that are assigned. What?